We're coming up on Port Blanc in the Gulf of Morbihan, where we'll pick up a mooring ball. Check out how fast this current is moving out here. It's just nuts. I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually waves. No boats going by, but there's tons of waves. And you can see current over there. Yeah, pretty amazing. Pretty area. And there are a million boats out. It's really incredible how many people boat in this area. Seems like there's other cruisers like us out here, and lots of people enjoying this beautiful area. Here is a boat sailing. I have obviously air quote going on that. It's a boat sailing up the river. Really, he's just flying in on a tide. His jib is flopping, so he's really, I don't know how he has any steering. But these people around here are incredible sailors, so I suspect he knows what he's doing. Oh, it's just crazy. Hello, Karen and Tom welcoming you to our Life 4.0, where we explore this amazing planet one anchorage at a time.
This video is part of a series where we start from the northwest corner of Spain and go all the way up to the Swedish and Finnish archipelagos in the Baltic Sea.
Our first challenge was crossing the often tempestuous Bay of Biscay to land on and explore the beautifully rugged Brittany coast of France. We continued northeast along the English Channel, first along the north coast of France, including the historic and charming Channel Islands, then along the south coast of England.
After rounding the White Cliffs of Dover, we spend too little time in Belgium and the Netherlands before making a beeline for the Kiel Canal and the entrance into the Baltic Sea. We hop along the north coast of Germany before turning sea roads north to explore the amazing Swedish eastern coast.
Our furthest reaches found us in Turku and Hanko, Finland. What a wonderful part of the world. We hope you enjoyed. After the short ferry ride to Ile-aux-Moines, we set off to explore by bicycle. The first stop we make is to the site called Cromlech de Kerguelen, which is one of several ancient megalith standing stone sites in this region. These mysterious stone circles are similar to, but not as extensive as, nearby Karnak, which is believed to date back to at least 3,300 BC. Truly spectacular feats of engineering. The wild and cultured flowers have been terrific everywhere since we've arrived in Europe, and that trend certainly continues on Ile-aux-Moines. We enjoy a fragrant stroll to the seashore. Further on, we come upon another ancient stone site. This one is believed to be a necropolis, dating from a similar time period. Final stop, oysters. Okay, we found Oyster Haven. They're shucking over there. I think there was a little farm over there. And then they have stuff over this way. Maybe over here. Maybe? No? Or maybe they're keeping them, yeah, they're probably keeping them cold over here, and you can sell them from here. So pretty cool. Oh, those are probably lobster or oyster areas down there, harvesting areas as well. It's got to be about low. All right, so you can see the subtle lines here. I'm pretty sure those are oyster beds, but there's also a bunch of kelp, seaweed in there. And there's two lines all through here. He said they harvest their oysters right from here. And then they put them in essentially a pool that they cycle water through, seawater through, to keep them alive while they're waiting to serve them. And this is more of an ancient pool over here. And then they've sort of upgraded to a concrete pool over this way a little bit, the one I recorded earlier. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then they said they also have some oyster harvesting down there a little ways as well. This is pretty amazing. We got a bunch of sailboats out here. There's several sailing schools, which is really neat. You know, that just doesn't, it sort of exists in the U.S., but just not to the extent that it does around here. And here they are.
All right, we are on the move today. It's Mother's Day, at least in the U.S. I'm not sure if they celebrate in France, where their hallmark has been successful making that campaign. But we're just doing a couple mile move around here in the Gulf of Morbihan, and we're going to an island called Ile-aux-Moines. And the rumor is that there's a tidal mill. There's a tidal mill that's been restored there. It's back from like the 17th century or something like that, old enough to be impressive that they were able to restore it. So tidal mill using the flow of the tidal water to assuming mill grain or something like that. And a bunch of volunteers have renovated it recently, so we're gonna go check that out on the island. And also it's like one of the two big islands here in the Gulf of Morbihan, and quite picturesque apparently to walk around. So a lot of boats out again, normal thing in the Gulf of Morbihan here, maybe the normal thing in France. And you can see there's a bunch of boats down there. They're going out for a race. We just passed them, and people here just ambling along with their paddleboard. And this is the island of Ile-aux-Moines, a steeple there in the middle of the town. And beautiful morning here on Mother's Day. I'm trying to figure what this thing is here. Oh, that's just a raft. It looks like a person sitting on a, yeah, there it is moving. A little tiny paddleboard, pedalboard, not sure what that thing is over there. And this is the island of Morons. I'm not sure if I'm spelling that or pronouncing it right, but Morons, it's means monk in French. And we spent the day yesterday there biking around. Fabulous town. We had lunch in the city center there, and then we accidentally bumped into a place down on the shore over there that does wine tasting and oysters, so we had kind of like a second lunch. It was a good pre-Mother's Day. You can see these stakes they're sticking up. Those are showing shallow areas to farm oysters. And you know, it's shallow, so you don't want to go in there, period, but they're also marking off so you don't disturb the oyster beds. And we're thankful for that because the oysters here are big and delicious.
Mysterious, beautiful. Does it smell great?
We're walking out on the pier here that holds in the water in this little estuary, and the building ahead is the old tidal mill. Oh yeah, you can see a wheel on it too. So they have this jetty here to hold back the water and force the water through the narrow opening by the mill. And we're not alone here. Little shallows here, but a lot of visitors on this beautiful day on the Hans.
We are anchored in this bay of Ile-aux-Moines, and it's just a gorgeous night. It's incredibly calm. There are so many islands in this place. This is one of 2 public islands. The rest of them are private, and we walked around this island today. It's just really, really pretty. This is a lovely evening, very, very mellow. Wow, that is really pretty.
We are leaving the Gulf of Morbihan after being here for 4 days. And winding our way through a narrow passage here to get out. Oftentimes crowded by fishermen. No disrespect to fishermen, but when they're right in the navigable channel, it makes it very difficult to get out. So you can see. So this sailboat's moving up here from the mooring field.
Okay.
A lot of moorings there, a couple boats on there, and we got one boat coming out to keep an eye on. But really beautiful, just these rocky cliffs and homes up on the bluffs. But it does involve some tricky navigation. Over here is a 2-meter spot, and we're almost at low, just above low, so we got to really watch for that. See a lot of people that just decide to sail out through here, even though like we've got a lot of current against us right here, but boats still decide they want to sail out through here, and I guess make it a challenge, which is good for them. We're not going to want to try to fight a 2-knot current with 5 knots of wind. Parts in the channels here where the current really starts moving along quick. Right here, water sort of being bubbled and disturbed. They talked about these overfalls, which I don't think would happen right now because we're in a neap cycle in the moon, the more moderate cycle of the moon. But the water is rushing in so fast that it creates little waves that, standing waves that you kind of, there's a drop on the other side. So pretty exciting. We saw some of that in Portugal and moves the boat around a lot, bumps the boat, takes it off its course, and then you're through it.
If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell to get notified of new videos. Join us next time as we begin to move north along the Brittany coast of France. Over the next couple episodes, we'll be making our way to and along the French side of the English Channel. More huge tides and beautifully rugged shorelines to come. Thanks for watching.
Friends are friends, we drift to them, beauty we take in. It's forever and never again. It's forever and never again. It's forever and never again. I like this coastline and its fragrant flowers, and the offshore swells that kept us up for hours. And I like